Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to a review of I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in Class, episode 12. Now, I want to make sure we get to this page right here. Let's be honest. This rom-com has been one of these rom-coms you have to recommend for most people. Now, I understand not everybody's into the genre rom-com, pretty much basic, yada, 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 yada. Same thing with isekais and reincarnations, pretty much basic one in them. But here's what I like about this show. I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in Class. This show is one of rom-coms you have to start watching this year. It's one of many. There are some rom-coms this year that are really good. This one takes the cake. And but this rom-com is so good, it's kind of like Nisekoi. Now, for those of you who have watched Nisekoi before, and if you watch Kaguya Sama Love is War, you put the two of the, and I'm pretty sure you have watched those two rom-coms. If you watch those two rom-coms, you understand this show kind of like intervene, kind of like almost the same as those two rom-coms we now see it. Now, the stage is set. The last episode of this, another rom-com coming out in the spring, which I'm looking forward to. There's like maybe 3 shows to talk about that I'm really looking forward to, like legit looking forward to. I think one of them is the Yuri girl love rom-com, which I love Yuri's anime, by the way. And then it's the other Umae Sune, and then the other rom-com about tall girl with I forgot. But that show I'm going to talk about in the spring. But this show is coming to an end. It's sad to see this go. For the love of God, get a season 2. But, I'll rest my case. But let's get right to the review of this very, 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 very last episode of I'm Getting Married to a Girl I Hate in Class. Okay, let's begin this. Ladies and gentlemen, here's a big old exposition question. Big old sign that says, this is exposition. What makes a tsundere crack? That's the day old question. That's one of many questions in anime. How do you break a tsundere? What I mean by break a tsundere, I'm talking about how can a tsundere be open? How can a tsundere love a person? How can a tsundere have a heart? Or just let out in the blue and confess the ones they love. Tsunderes are hard to crack these days. Much like yanderes. The only difference is yanderes have reasons. They'll kill their boy. They kill people just for the boys. But tsunderes are different. So now we know yandere, kundere, dendere, every dere can be broken. You just gotta play your cards right. So, Akane remembers everything. She had a flashback too. When little Akane had short hair, little Akane had long hair, she met Saito at the time. So I'm glad Akane got her flashback and remembers everything that happened. And I get all of that. And then when they enter middle school, going towards high school, she mentioned her name in a different language, like Hojo, not Sato, but Hojo. And then it's just like, who are you? And that broke Akane's heart. That really made her cry. Now, truth be told, I don't blame her. I don't blame Sato for that. I don't blame Sato. And here's the thing. I'm a little blaming Akane for that. I'm going to tell you what. Had she not kept that long hair back when she was little, had she not kept that long hair, that right there could have changed the course of history. That right there could have changed the course of history to a point where it's like, Sato would be like, oh, wait a minute. You're the girl from the party met years ago. And when we was 12. See, that right there was the epitome of like, I remember you. But because Akane cut her hair, which that changes the trajectory of Sato not remembering, that makes sense. Now, Akane did make the first move because she met Sato when they were like 12 years old. So that's the first cutting edge right there. But it all makes sense. Now, Himari. Ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you this. I know what you're thinking. It's wrong. Oh, Himari did this. She did this in this episode. I don't like her because she all that. Look, I hate to say it, but I'm kind of defending Himari in this episode. And throughout the season. I'm going to tell you why. In this episode, Himari was sitting down, got harassed by 3 people, and Sato just like venomously kicked those 3 out. They sat down next to each other, and then all of a sudden, Himari kissed Sato. Now, that right there was the breaking point. That right there was the move. That right there was the move. Now, there are moments in these episodes where we see Himari make seductive ways towards Sato, like, going clingy on him, pretend to be a boyfriend, girlfriend type, put her on a sexy selfie of her towards Sato. That I understand. She's trying to make a move. But for her to, I'm going to get to that, but yeah, my point is, she stepped up her game. I ain't even gonna lie to her. She stepped up the game. But Akane still had the advantage because here's the reason why. You gotta remember, guys, Himari kissed Sato, but Akane got the ring to back it up. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, Himari kissed, shocked the world, but Akane got the ring to back it up. But I want to know who took a photo of that. Who was the one that took a photo of Sato and Himari kiss? That's what I want to know. Who took the photo? Who took the photo of Himari kissing Sato and it spread gossip around the school? I want to know. What if it's Shisei? Oh my God. If it's Shisei, oh my God. I don't want to say it's her. But whoever took a photo of that, yo, that's crazy. So now we get to the confrontation between Himari versus Akane. Both going at it head to head in the park where they beef BFFs. This is the first time that Akane shown her true colors as a tsundere. Open up and telling Himari, I love Sato. Now, Akane telling Himari, I love Sato. Now, Himari ain't backing down. She wasn't backing down since day one. But truth is, Himari knew all along that Akane and Sato like each other. Here's the thing. She ain't that dumb of a gal. She's smart, intelligent. Smart, wise, she has the body to back it up. You know what I mean? Yeah, Himari got the body, but Akane got the brains. My point is, she knew all along that these two like each other. The only reason she did this was for Akane to just confess her love for Sato. That was the only thing. Now, you gotta applaud Himari for this. You gotta applaud Himari this. Because had not for Himari, Akane would be the tsundere that she is. I like Himari try to let Akane be opened as a tsundere character. She wanted Himari to open up and just confess. And I get it. Tsunderes bottle up their emotions. They don't want to admit their feelings. But leave it to Himari to have a development for Akane to express every bit of love that Akane has. That Akane have over Sato. And thus, they both shed tears. They both call each other names. At the end of the day, they're best friends. They're BFFs. And the love rival has now begun. Now, the love rival has already started before it happened. Like, the love rival already happened. But now, this last episode, this was more like a declaration now. Now, the real rival begins. It actually begins. And I do like how everyone knew that the kiss was there. And Shisei is still going to be Shisei. I mean, literally trolling, saying that, oh, Brother Kun was his first kiss. I wonder, what if Akane was the first kiss? Like, what if little Akane at the time kissed Saito? Like, what if there's more stories to it? Like, what if there were more stories to it where little Akane actually kissed Saito? What if that's true? We don't know. But, leave it to how the ending went where Akane pulling off that little pouty sound in the back of her tsundere. She's like, that little tsundere pouting noise. We're going to miss that. But overall, though, this was a great rom-com. Do I believe it get a second season? Yeah, because if you go back to Nisekoi got 2 seasons, and I'm still waiting for Nisekoi to get a season 3, even though I did read it and finish Nisekoi, and I don't like how it ended. But still, with a show like this that is relatable to Kaguya-sama Love is War and Nisekoi, this is a rom-com for you. This is a rom-com for you. This is like one of those starter kits of rom-coms to start of 2025. This is one of them. And this is one of those rom-coms that you can relate to in real life. I'm like, by relate to, I'm pretty, like, when I mean by relate to this show, I mean, like, I'm pretty sure you guys have experienced this in high school. Boy picks on a girl, girl picks on guy, boy and girl yell at each other. That means they like each other. I'm pretty sure we have all experienced that in high school, and I'm pretty sure whoever in high school now is now experiencing this kind of thing. But I stand correct. But I give this rom-com a 9. I'm looking forward, if they ever make a season 2, this is it. Now, it deserves a season 2. But I got a gut feeling, it's like, respectfully, it's like, by the fan-wise, this needs a season 2. I just hope the fans realize this show needs a season 2. I mean, if Alia, the girl who speaks in Russian, gets a season 2, this got to do it. My Dressed Up Darling ended, by the way. And we're getting another season. And hopefully we get more seasons of My Dressed Up Darling. Now that My Dressed Up Darling has ended about, I think, 119 chapters, 120. But my point is, it ended in a good way. Now we gotta wait for Rent a Girlfriend, the GOAT of rom-coms, to end in a good way as well. But like I said, I'm Getting Married to a Girl in Class has ended. Sad to see this show go. I had a great time doing reviews on this show. And tomorrow there's other rom-coms along the way, especially 2025 in the spring. So thank you for watching my final review of I'm Getting Married to a Girl in Class, and give this show a chance. Thank you.